into, is this the trailer that was going to get people even more on board, or maybe on board? We'll see. Yesterday on the show, Jeff Snyder broke a scoop that Mikey Madison was offered a role in Star Wars. She indeed was, but the follow-up report was that she turned it down. We'll ask the question of, why did she turn it down? And the other question, should she have turned it down? And then the other question, what does it say about Star Wars that you got stars that are trying to make their way to that next platform, turning down what was once one of the biggest IPs, now saying no thank you? Speaking of Star Wars Celebration is apparently starting. I think it starts today or tomorrow. We'll go over some of the things that we think might happen, me and Steph. And then we'll just kind of recap a few other things. Last of Us, you got Daredevil that just ended, and we'll just shoot the shit. Sinners is coming out this weekend. I don't know if Steph has seen it yet, but I know she wants to. So we'll discuss that and more on the show here today. So it's myself and Steph Sabra. Let's get into it. You ready? Me too. Here we go. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the show. It is the Kristian Harloff Show here on a Thursday. Joining me on the show, as always, Steph Sabra. Hello, Steph. How are you?
Hello. Very good. How are you?
Good. Consistent on Thursdays, unlike someone else we know.
I know. I wasn't even going to bring it up, but it was apparent.
Yeah, you know, and you guys. So even though you're winning, you're coming off of 2 straight wins. You won 2 in a row. You are the defending champion as of today. Mike Kalinowski was on the bandwagon last week and won with you. And what does he do? He jumps over to Roca yesterday, and they pull in an impressive 140 stuff.
Oh,
Pretty good.
That is.
Mike's looking to be 2 in a row, but can Steph do the unthinkable and do 3 in a row? I think Roxy has had 3 before, but I can see Steph doing it. We'll see. But speaking of said show yesterday with Mike Kalinowski and Roca, Jeff Snyder jumped on and broke a Star Wars story that Mikey Madison from Anora was offered a role in Star Wars. Well, not only was that confirmed by Variety that indeed was the case, but they followed up by saying, yes, she was offered the role, but she said, no, thank you to the role. Mikey Madison won't journey into a galaxy far, far away for her first project after picking up the Best Actress Oscar. Sources tell Variety that Madison was offered a role in the new and untitled Star Wars movie directed by Sean Levy, but conversations have ended with the Anora star passing on the project. As previously reported, screenwriter Jonathan Tropper has been writing the screenplay for the film, which will star Gosling, Levy, who will join the Refred Club of directors who have worked with both Canadian movie stars named Ryan, has been developing the project since 2022 and also producing for his 21 Labs company alongside Kathleen Kennedy. The movie is said to be a standalone project that isn't connected with the Skywalker saga, which concluded with Rise of Skywalker. All of the plot details are encased in carbonite for the foreseeable future. The untitled film would follow The Mandalorian and Grogu, which is the only Star Wars film to date to get a green light in more than 5 years. That film, which recently completed principal photography, is slated to debut May 22nd, 2026. As for Madison, the 26-year-old actress is known for her roles in the FX series Better Things, as well as films Once Upon a Time in Hollywood and Scream 5. But Sean Baker's Anora was a true game changer and the first movie she didn't have to audition for. I was scrolling through my Dropbox the other day and saw hundreds of auditions I've done. So many hours of work, she said, appearing on Variety's award circuit podcast before the Oscars. But then everything that came after was extremely difficult. Making the movie might have been hard work, but Academy voters certainly thought Madison made it look easy. Now we'll just continue to wait to see what she picks up next. That was interesting that they didn't go more into it. Allow us to go more into it, because they don't really, all they say is that she passed on it, and then you just go into Mikey Madison's resume, which we know she's talented. She's an up and coming star. This is why I think it is a big deal. Can you imagine in 2015, if Anora comes out in 2015 or 2016 or 17, if Anora comes out and Mikey Madison is offered Star Wars, there's no world that she says no. There's no world that her agents let her say no. Star Wars is a tainted brand right now, and the fan base is so awful to celebrities in general that get these roles that they go, you don't need this. You'll get something else. What do you think about her passing on it? And what do you think it says about Star Wars?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy because it's still attached to the movie is Ryan Gosling and
Right.
Levy. So it's still a powerhouse that you would think she'd want to work with either of those in her career. And none of us know anything. So really it could be like an actual just scheduling thing. But I hear you in the sense that even if it was scheduling, if this was a different time in Star Wars or in her career, it's the no-brainer. You just make room for it and figure it out. Like no matter what you had, I would feel like you would try to clear the slate or work around it or there's a reality in which Disney wasn't that and Lucasfilm didn't want to work around her schedule that much. So it could have been both ways. I don't really know, but it is wild that she's not. I don't know. I just can't imagine someone not wanting to be in Star Wars, but I do think we've gotten to that time where it's not just being in Star Wars. There's the social implications and
It's
the
a lot of it.
people getting on you. I was seeing that Kelly Marie Tran was like open to coming back to Star Wars, and just her as an example, it was like on all ends. I feel like she was done dirty in the writers' room and beyond. More so, the Star Wars just awful fans who were so mean to her and wrong to her. So it like if you're maybe she's the type of actress that doesn't want to put herself in that position, which I would totally understand too. It's like even though it's Star Wars, if you're not down for that, then it can be the most awful community. Or I don't even know if they're part of the full community, but you know what I mean.
I know what you mean. Yeah, it could be brutal. And right now, look, Marvel and DC are not really any better, to be honest. Look at the stuff that's going on with Superman. Look at the stuff in general that's happening. Even posting today about Fantastic Four. It's like the fandom in general just sucks, and the internet sucks, right? So if I'm if that should not be the only reason why to say no on this thing, right? Like it could be a reason. There's also the other side of it that says, okay, well, she maybe, and there's also I think that she was offered something in Marvel, and I think she turned it down. Maybe she doesn't want to do a superhero movie. Maybe she doesn't want to do a Star Wars movie. And that could very well be possible, but it also does say that both Marvel and Star Wars are not in the same place that they were in 5 to 10 years ago. They were in a very different place. You offer, like, I'm telling you, if we were covering this story back when we were doing movie talk or any of these things, we'd be like, what is she doing turning this down? This is her first big role after Honora, and is it Star Wars? Now it's like, I get it. It's like it's not. It doesn't have the magic it used to have. But you make a great point though too, is that you have Sean Levy, you have Gosling, you got Levy coming off $1 billion movie, and the other thing that someone pointed out in the comment section was they said it was a supporting role. So maybe she thinks she wants to do more than a supporting role. She wants to have a bigger role. And the agents want her to have a bigger role than just whether it's in Marvel as a Kitty Pryde or if it's in a supporting role against Ryan Gosling. They want to go for those more starring roles. So it's all a possibility. But I'm telling you, it does. You look at what we said, like with like Christopher Nolan. Christopher Nolan is a better brand right now than Star Wars is. You know
Oh
what I mean?
yeah.
Like a way better,
Yeah.
because we talk,
Mhm.
like, most actors would get paid nothing and have a scene in a Nolan movie in order to be in the movie, as opposed to Star Wars, where they can get paid a lot of money, be a supporting actor, still get some love, but no, thank you. Don't need the stress about
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And on top of that, it's like I feel like when you are someone who's has a lot of choices and people want you in their movies now and you're the last person to win the Oscar for women leading roles. So there's not that other pool of people you hearing about how fun it is to work on these movies either. I think they're like the whole thing from the reception to the production is really stressful at Lucasfilm right now. And so to me, that's a big reason where it's like not only is the caliber declined in a lot of people's opinions, it's like they're not even having fun doing it.
Right. And That's another good point. It's like, okay, the difference is like, let's say like Marvel can say, all right, we're going to send Kevin Feige out. He's going to have a conversation. He's going to try to, show what they got kind of coming down the pike. You can have great meetings with Kathleen Kennedy. You can have great meetings. Well, their resume is not good enough right now to convince me otherwise, to where it's like, yeah, we want our client in Mikey Madison. We want her to have a really good role. And until Star Wars starts like picking it up again, it's not worth it for us. We can find another big budget movie. We can find another thing, and we can find something starring for her. It's a ballsy move. But I wouldn't have understood this move 10 years ago. I understand it now. I really do.
Yeah, and I think that there is a huge thing to be said about the Sean Baker's entire vibe through the Anora filming, which she has spoken about openly, how great it was, how amazing it was to see an independent filmmaker and like the comfort that he created. So going to Star Wars would be the absolute opposite side of the filmmaking world. And that might not be of interest at all to her.
No, it doesn't seem like it is at all, because she was okay turning it down. What say you guys? Put your thoughts in there. Let us know what you think. Do you think that by Mikey Madison turning this down, that it is indeed it is representative of where Star Wars is as a brand right now? Or is it just something completely different? Put your thoughts in. Let us know what you think. Now, we're not going to go away from Star Wars right away, because as we've been mentioning on this show, Star Wars Celebration is this week. It's funny because I've got both PLD on the team, who is a massive Star Wars guy that still does Star Wars content on his channel and everything too. And I was asking him today about all the stuff, because he did a full breakdown on all the panels and everything. And then I saw somebody on one of our videos. We have a clip outs channel, by the way, if you didn't know that. So if you don't catch this show live, and I saw a lot of you guys have subscribed to it. It's just simply just type in your YouTube search Kristian Harloff clips. It comes up. We clip out the entire show every single day. So if you miss stuff, you can get the clip outs. The reason I bring that up is we did a clip out for the Celebration panel, and we were talking about it. And someone in the comments said, well, Luke, I just arrived, and Lucasfilm is actually doing a Lucasfilm panel. So I wrote to PLD and I said, they are doing a panel? And he said, no, they're not. So I don't know if they are or they aren't, but apparently they're not. So let's get into some of this stuff. But first of all, you didn't know how to watch it. Well, Screen Rant has helped with that. And they said how to watch Star Wars Celebration 2025 online. If people are interested in checking it out, this is how you're going to do it. Star Wars Celebration is happening this weekend in Japan. And here's how you can watch it online if you can't attend. Since the first Star Wars Celebration in '99, the convention has been the best way for fans worldwide to come together and share their love for the galaxy far, far away. It's also where the most exciting Star Wars announcements are made as new details are revealed. This year's celebration will be especially exciting, with panels lined up for The Mandalorian and Grogu, Ahsoka, Lucasfilm Publishing, Star Wars Visions 3, the soon-to-be-released Andor Season 2, and more. It's certain to be an unforgettable experience for those in attendance, including a few of our Screen Rant writers. However, there are ways to experience Celebration from home as the convention unfolds. You can watch some of the Star Wars Celebration on the live stream. Lucas's official live stream will be on the Star Wars website. StarWars.com will host Lucasfilm's official live stream throughout Star Wars Celebration, beginning with day one on Friday, April 18th. According to the description, the live stream features select panels along with celebrity guests on the live stage and much more. Disney has advised Screen Rant that no panels will be streamed, but due to this hint on the Star Wars website, we'll keep you posted if anything changes. That makes sense. And everybody can't make it at Japan, so we won't show any of the panels. That makes sense. That's good marketing. Really good marketing. You got it together. Screen Rant will be running live blogs through the main panels. Okay, well, there you go. While the Star Wars Celebration panels might not be live streamed, our Screen Rant writers will cover the event in person. In addition to our normal news articles of the biggest announcements, Screen Rant will run a live blog on the site. So this is what you got. You got day one, Friday, April 18th, The Mandalorian Grogu. That starts at 12 p.m., I guess 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I get what is it? No, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Oh, I don't know. That's no Star Wars Celebration. How the hell? I don't know how the hell they're doing this. Panels with Screen Rant writers in attendance. 10 a.m., 9 p.m. That looks like that's. Oh, I see. 10 a.m. Japan time, 9 o'clock Eastern. That's for Mandalorian and Grogu. Got it. Day 2 is Andor, Star Wars story. Day 3 is going to be first look at Star Wars Visions, Volume 3 at that time. With so many amazing panels lined up, there's sure to be plenty of announcements to keep fans engaged for a long time. Really? Sneak previews, upcoming release and anniversaries, cast news, and special behind-the-scenes reveals are a few of the many things we can expect from Celebration. Let's see. That's it. Okay. Well, not really much there. Even those panels that were kind of announced, Steph. I mean, if I was to guess for you, like, because Andor is going to be here like in like a couple of weeks. So whatever information and stuff we get, you can hold out if you didn't want to watch any of those panels, and you'll get Andor stuff. I will say this: I can't talk about it yet. I think the embargo lifts tomorrow. I have seen 5 episodes so far of Andor season 2. That's all I can say. I can't say anything else. You just say that. I can just say that I've seen 5.
Okay.
And that I will. That's literally what I was doing before I had to do something with my wife today. But before I did that, I was watching Andor, and then I'll probably finish. I'm going to try to finish as many as I can today. But that panel will be interesting. They'll probably show some stuff. They'll probably have the cast out there. No news will come out of that, but it'll still be great. And they'll probably air an episode or 2, I would assume, right?
At Celebration, I think
Yeah.
so for sure.
Like what we got for Obi-Wan.
Right. I was just thinking of that, which was it was the highlight definitely of that celebration, and that seems like the only thing that they really have that's, proof in motion 100% it's going to be here, and I assume are proud of, cuz I just don't see a world in which it's not at least good. So I think that that's smart, but yeah, it doesn't seem like they're doing much for the celebration.
Well, the stuff that you're probably I think that the biggest news, usually what happens is they usually open up big with their first panel. That's where Force Awakens happen and other ones happen to really get it started. And it seems like out of all the things that they're doing, Mandalorian and Grogu will be the one that they're going to talk about the most. They'll probably have Sigourney Weaver on the stage. They'll have, I don't know if they have Pedro. I wonder if they will. I wonder. I doubt
Right.
it. I doubt it.
Yeah, because he's probably in the middle of Last of Us press.
Well, that and Fantastic Four he's got going
And
on.
Fantastic Four for sure. Yeah.
He's probably going to be in like a scene or 2 without the helmet. The rest of it will be Brendan Wayne, but it'll be. We'll probably find out. Maybe we'll find out new casting. Whether they're probably going to announce the Jeremy Allen White thing officially, which and then everyone will be pretend to be surprised. And then they'll show a teaser, as they should, because the movie comes out in a year from now. And this teaser is so important. It really is. This movie needs to look like a movie. It cannot look like an episode of Mandalorian and Grogu. Because all I'll say is this: Andor in general, the show in general, looks like it's the locations that they're on makes you feel like they're in the world. It doesn't feel like the volume isn't present because it wasn't shot on. The volume is now becoming too apparent, and it makes it look cheap. So I really do hope that this movie looks like a movie, and if it does, I hope people get excited about it. Do you think we're getting a teaser? PLD doesn't think we're getting a teaser. I think he's out of his mind. What a boring panel that would be if you show if you talk about it with a year away and you don't get a teaser. They got to show a teaser, right?
Yeah, I think so, because the celebration we were at, Ahsoka was in the beginning of filming.
Right.
And development, and we got, it wasn't it was I think we got like a
teaser.
we
Yeah.
got a teaser, and then we got Rosario Dawson in makeup filming and doing like a little note behind the scenes, which was cute. So I think they're gonna at least do that.
I think they
That'd
have
be
to.
crazy if not. Yeah.
They have to do a trailer. It's a year away.
Yeah.
They always do. It's a year away, and it's their first movie that they're going to have. There's no celebration next year. Comic-Con will come out after the movie next year. D23, is in April. When is D23 next year? Let's see. D23 2026 dates. That have they even said yet? I don't even think they've said. It's not even announced. Even if it comes out in April, it's only within a couple of weeks before the movie would come out. You got to show a trailer. You have to show a trailer. It's your big. You got to start getting people talking about it, and it would be smart for Disney to kind of own the weekend with trailers. The Fantastic Four trailer dropped today, which we'll talk about in a little bit, and people are discussing it and getting people. You don't have to show a big story trailer for it, but you got to show a trailer. They're gonna the audience, regardless, is going to get something. The people in attendance will get it. The question is, I guess that's the question for you, Steph. If they do get something, do we get something from Mandalorian and Grogu, the 2-minute teaser? Would they release that online?
I think so, because like you said, all of these massive projects from any big franchise is dropping something within the year. And so I don't, if not immediately, I would think like a few weeks later, or maybe on May the 4th, they would do that.
Right.
And just drop it to the general
Maybe.
public then.
Maybe. I bet I did. Haskell writes this: show the cast on set and costume, background sets, and word from the cast, no trailer. I would be so that, and this is not nothing to you, Ed. That's boring. Holy shit, is that boring? We're not in 2015 anymore. It's boring. That's all you. Oh, the costumes. Oh, they're in costumes. Oh, it's Star Wars. What's the movie about? What does it look like? Oh, look at that. Just set photo of people shooting the movie. Who cares? It's not. We're not in Star Wars. The magic is gone. You can't do that. You have to get people excited about it. You have to let people know that you're doing a Star Wars movie. You have to. I know, Ed, you.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Ed agrees with that. I'm just saying that, like, it's like that's probably what they would show if they don't. But you can't open a Thursday night paddle in Japan with costumes and pictures, and you've got to give them something if you're going to do something at all. As far as the other stuff, Ahsoka panel, this will probably be like, okay, they'll pay honor to Rey. They'll go over the stuff that happened in season 1, and then Filoni's going to do his thing of like, oh, you mean you want to know something about season? I don't know if I should tell. Oh, all right, I'll tell you. And then he's going to, he'll tease the audience, and then he'll tell you something about season 2. Whether you get an official date, if we don't have that already. They'll probably get the official announcement of who's replacing Rey, which is the Mountain, I guess, from or is it the Hound from Game of Thrones.
Mhm.
And then you'll get you'll probably, I don't know if they're going to announce other big people out, but those are the only two things I see happening are Ahsoka and Mandalorian and Grogu. Outside of that, there's no Lucasfilm panel. So, don't know.
Yeah.
What do you think about the Ahsoka panel? What do you think we'll see on that one?
Maybe have they started filming at all?
I feel like they have.
Then maybe a clip. Yeah,
The
maybe a clip.
we won't get that. The audience there will.
No.
Right.
I think that will be just with the audience.
What about news for us? What kind of news? Casting?
Yeah, I think they'll have some casting and then give us some direction of the storyline that they're going with for the next season, and if it is after because it will be after the events after the movie, right?
Right.
Yeah, so they can't give away too much because then they don't want to give away what happens in the movie.
I would assume so, but I don't know. Maybe it's not. I don't. Maybe that's what they're. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they'll announce some other things. Maybe we'll get a couple more details. But unfortunately, what it's going to be is it's going to be a whole recap of season 1, and that's the other thing. That show did fine ratings wise. It wasn't like a big, huge hit, and they're going to just be like kind of going over how wonderful it was for 50 minutes, and then for the last 5 minutes they'll go into season 2. It should be 15 minutes of season 1, and then the rest should be season 2, and start to get us excited for what's coming. You can't rest on the laurels of like, well, it's Star Wars and everybody's so pumped about it. People there might be, but everybody else who's going to be talking about that news online, like, what do you got? And are you going to actually write it for like adults this time around?
Yeah.
What's gonna happen? We'll see. What do you guys think? What panels are going to pop? what aren't going to pop? What do you think is going to happen? What news do you think is going to happen? What say you? Put your thoughts in there. We want to know. All right, Steph, before we take a real quick break, you have to catch Mike and Roca, who have 140 yesterday. Good news and bad news. What would you like first?
Bad news.
You have 139 to go.
Oh my God. Hello, who's there?
The good news, you have more than 0.
Okay.
You got 1.
1.
Perfect.
I did the math. Amazing.
Yes. All right. So
we love a comeback story, though.
You've done it before. So Steph is looking to top Mike and Roca at 140. Can we make it happen today? We shall see. Before we even get into any of them, before we get into the Fantastic Four stuff, I'm telling you guys all week, we've got some great sponsors on the show this week. And for peeps who have kids, I'll tell you right now, Acorns has been incredible for me. And then if it's tax season, I'll tell you about KIKOFF. You're going to enjoy both. And then we'll just catch you after the break. It's kickoff time. What's that mean? It means the tax season is here, everybody. I know it's not the most exciting time. I get it. But it is a great opportunity to make some smart money moves. What is KIKOFF? They are the #1 credit building app in the App Store, and plans start at just $5 a month. There's no credit check. There's no hidden fees. There's no interest. For me, it's all about building my credit. I'm trying to get some stuff going this year with my family. It's why I moved. You got to build your credit. But for KIKOFF, I heard about them. We found out about them. The way that works with sponsors is like, do you think this would be a right fit for your show? And I said, would it be ever? And it changed my credit quick, because if your credit is under 600, you could jump to like 84 points with on-time payments. It's a legit credit hack. It's got no catch. It's got no credit check. It's got no hidden fees, and it has no interest. It's simple. You make on-time payments. Credit bureau sees good behavior, which can mean that your credit grows fast. So the beauty of it is that you can start building credit right away with your first month free with our special tax season promo. With AutoPay, you never have to worry about missing a payment, so you can build credit in your sleep. You sign up in minutes from your phone. There's no credit check to cancel any time. It's the #1 credit building app out there. It has over 10,000 positive reviews on the App Store, and 98% of them 5 stars. So tax season is the perfect time to take control of your financial future. For a limited time, get your first month free at getkickoff.com/Christian. Do not wait. That is kickoff without the C. Get your first month free at KIKOFF.com/Christian. So you must sign up via getkickoff.com/Christian to activate this offer. Offer applies to new customers. First month only. Individual results may vary, subject to approval. Offer subject to change. Terms and conditions may apply. KIKOFF credit score starts at $5 a month for 12 months. Average first year credit score impact of plus 84 points. Vantage score 3.0 between January 2023 and January 2024 for KIKOFF credit account users who started with a score below 600, who paid on time and had no delinquencies or collections added to their credit profile during the period. Late payments may negatively impact your credit score. I have 2 kids. I have a 7-year-old and a 13-year-old, and they're both learning about money. And for me, I'm always trying to teach them to be responsible with money. Because where do you think kids learn the most about money? Is it their parents, their teachers, or Taylor Swift? No, it's not Taylor Swift. 81% of their kids say parents. 81%. I wish I learned that kind of stuff when I was younger. My dad taught me. I didn't listen as much. I didn't have this kind of idea. And that's what Acorns does. This episode is sponsored by Acorns Early. April is Financial Literacy Month, the perfect time to start teaching your kids the value of money. And Acorns Early make it easy with their smart money app and debit card for kids. Acorns Early Chores Tracker teaches the kids how hard work does pay off. It sets up tasks in the app, it sets a payment amount, and you tick off the chore when it's done. Easy. Saving goals help kids turn saving into a habit. They can even choose their own target dates and turn on their optional autosave feature to help them get there. It's great because kids need a sense of independence, and they get it when they're spending what they earn with their very own debit card, and they get to choose from 35 plus customizable and designs. Kids can build up their money knowledge and their confidence with bite-sized financial lessons. And the best part is parents can keep track of where and when the kids are spending. You get real-time spend notifications, set your kids' spending limits, and instantly block lost or stolen cards. I love this. it works. Has been a game changer for my 13-year-old. She knows, she understands, she's starting to balance when to spend money, how to spend money, how to save money. It has worked. So if you're ready to help your kids grow money skills that'll last a lifetime, head on over to acornsearly.com/Christian or download the Acorns Early app to get started. Sign up now and your first month is on us. Acorns Early card is issued by Community Federal Savings Bank, member FDIC, pursuant to license by MasterCard International. TNCs apply. Monthly subscription fees starting from $5 per month unless canceled. Thank you to both Acorns and, of course, KIKOFF. Really excited to have them both on board. I have been listing this in our description. I really hope that you guys are able to sign up, because not only does it help the show, you're going to get yourself something wonderful in the process. So please go and check it out. All right, Steph Sabra.
Hello.
You're now at 3.
Oh my God. Heck yeah.
Steph it up, bro.
Oh.
You know who's going to make more than $3 this week?
Who?
Sinners.
Oh,
Sinners.
hell yeah.
Sinners going to make some money. Sinners is going to make some money here. Let me do it this way first, so I help out when we do this with these clips channels. Sinners is a movie coming out this weekend. It is, of course, Ryan Coogler reteaming with Michael B. Jordan. And the movie is already getting rave reviews, including yours truly. Did you get a chance to see it yet, Steph?
No, I'm dying to.
Okay. Roxy also loved it, saw it. Roka loved it. Well, Sinners is now set to sink its teeth into a 40 to 45 million debut. Powerful new critics TV spot released. Okay. Mark Cassia, comic book movie rights. Ryan Coogler, Sinners arrives in theaters this Friday amid overwhelmingly positive reviews. And Warner Brothers has released a new what the hell was that? A new teaser. Sorry, I just lost a little bit. A new teaser, and expected to take. It's also the latest box office update says Sinners is expected to take 40 million to 45 million. Some analysts believe it could end up north of 50 in its domestic box office debut, as well as another 10 to 15 overseas markets. Will this be enough to dethrone the mighty Minecraft movie? It's a long shot. The family-friendly video game adaptation will likely take in 40 to 45 million in its third weekend of release. Good news for Warner Brothers either way, as the studio now looks to claim both the number 1 and number 2 spots. Sinners has a reported budget of 90 million, not factoring marketing expenses. The film was sitting at a perfect 100% on Rotten Tomatoes up until yesterday, when one outlet gave the movie a negative review so they can get noticed, whoever that was. Check out the new teaser, which is set to a rendition of traditional Irish folk. Yeah. I don't want to watch the teaser. I don't want to give that away. All right, is that it? All right, it's fine. Okay, so Steph, this movie's tracking at, again, 50 million. I think it will definitely do that, if not more. I think that the word of mouth will also start. The people who already want to see it, that are going to go see it, will. And I think that word of mouth, I think the drop off in the following week will not be huge. Are you going opening weekend?
Yes, we're gonna go. It's Easter weekend, so it's a good time to see it with everybody. I am so excited. I saw the best video of Ryan Coogler doing, like, the best form of press I wish everyone did, where he went through all the different types of film and what he shot Sinners on, and how they were shooting it with two different ways the entire time, like through the IMAX and then through, I forget the other way, wasn't, but it was so cool, and everyone like didn't know he was so Bay Area, so it was also real. It was just such a he's such a cool director, and you totally get the appeal for what his whole like career. It's like he doesn't have a miss, really. So
No.
I knew this wasn't going to be bad, but it was kind of like, what is going to happen? And then there was people were confused with the trailer. I'm glad I haven't seen it. Thanks to you saved me from that. But then I feel like as soon as the critics got the first reception was amazing, and I was like, oh, I'm so excited. So it's like another win for him.
It'll be a huge one. And I think Roka really said it well. I think that what it does is that because he did Creed, which was great, and probably still I'll tell you, it's between Creed and Sinners are my two favorite Coogler movies, I would say. Probably Creed is probably still my favorite. But Roka made the point of that, hey, this is a movie that Creed that was another franchise that he made his own with a new character and everything too, but based off of the characters that Stallone had created. And Black Panther, same thing, made it his own, made a great movie, but Marvel character. Fruitvale Station is probably it was a true story that he made his name on that one. So but this is that opportunity of him to do something like, okay, this is a Ryan Coogler movie, and
Yeah, that's interesting.
and he's just, but you really see like, oh, this puts him into greatness. I think it starts to put him into greatness.
That's exciting. That is a great point. Like, he's had some IP attached to it other than Fruitvale Station, which was really I mean, like that movie I won't see again, but it was it's so good.
So powerful, yeah.
But this is cool because it also had a lot of like, people were like, do we need another vampire movie? Like, can Michael Jordan play these two characters at once? There was like a lot. It wasn't just like a shoe-in because he has had great movies in the past. I feel like they had, some like people, it was more like a just go see it and then you can form your opinion. And then that's exactly what happened. Everyone's like, okay, this is an awesome movie, which is really, I love when people go to the theater and they're like, okay, that was like so great to watch in theater. I feel like we don't get that as often because there's great movies that come out all the time, but they were like, you can watch that at home. This one feels like go watch it in theater.
100%. And it's like, and it's one of those, and I'll go into a movie sometimes hoping that it's a movie that you need to see in theaters, and then I can come out of it going, and I've said it many times on Out of the Theater Reactions. Do you need to see this in the theater? No, not really. This is when you need to see in the theater. It's like the music alone plays so well in the surround sound. The sound editing in general is built for theater watch. It's beautiful to look at. There's some great scenes. You can understand why it was a smaller, I mean, all things considered, $90 million, a smaller budgeted kind of movie, because the majority of the movie is in like one location. But it's not just a vampire movie. That's what I liked about it, because I didn't want to just see a vampire movie. I wanted to see a movie with characters I cared about. There's some movies you go like, I just wanted to see vampires eat faces. I just wanted to see monster movies. I just wanted to see a Kong and Godzilla. I just want to see two monsters fight each other. I don't care about the characters. That's not this movie. I wanted to feel like, why do I care about the characters? And by the time you get to certain places, you're like, oh, that's exactly why I care. I care about that character. I care about that character. I didn't even know who that character was, and I care about them a lot. And that's why this movie's going to make money.
How's Haley Steinfeld? I haven't heard much talk on her, but I don't think she turns a bad performance.
She's great, and she puts in a performance. It's her spiciest performance so far.
Cool.
Definitely a grown-up performance. Not that she hasn't had grown-up performances before, but this is like,
yeah, but she's a quintessential teen. I feel like they've put her in a teen. Great. Hell yeah.
No,
well, yeah, she's about to be married. She's a woman.
She's your age, I think.
Yeah, and her and Zendaya, for the longest time, people were like, how long can we milk them being 18-year-olds?
Yeah, no, no, this is not that role. And you'll you know it quick from her opening, from just the things she says in the first time you see her. You go, oh, this is a very different Haley Steinfeld.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. When you first see her, without spoiling where and all that stuff, when you first see her in the movie, and from when she first talks, she's going to say something, and you're going to go, "Oh, that's what Kristian was talking about." So when you see it, we'll talk about
it. Like, hey, dirty little slut.
So we'll talk about it. Anyway, so that's Sinners. What do you guys think? Who's going to go see it opening weekend? Are you guys in the trailers going to see it? Are people in the trailers going to see it? What the hell did I just say? Are people in the live chat going to see it? Are people on the replay going to see it? Are people in the clips channel going to go see it? Put your thoughts in there. Let me know what you think. All right, let's get into this Fantastic Four thing. It's time. Fantastic Four dropped the trailer today. It was a big trailer. People were talking about the trailer, and now it's time to discuss. There was a big breakdown by comicbookmovie.com. Fantastic Four trailer breakdown, 9 biggest reveals, Easter eggs, spoilers, and a comic reference. Marvel Studios released a new trailer for the Fantastic Four First Steps earlier today, and we're taking a look at it to see what it tells us about the highly anticipated movie. Josh Wilding writes, Marvel Studios released an epic new trailer for the Fantastic Four Steps earlier today. And while we're sure you've had it playing on repeat ever since, we've been combing through every frame of footage to bring you the biggest reveals, Easter eggs, and more. This movie not only kicks off Phase 6, but looks to lead us directly into Doomsday. With that in mind, we're sure there's plenty that's been kept under wraps. Okay, with this movie, however, we're still unearthed some big talking points, from possible story spoilers to intriguing nods to characters like Franklin Richards and Mole Man. This feature will guide you through all the major reveals in today's trailer. So here is the first one. Thank you, Fantastic Four. The trailer opens with the people in New York expressing their gratitude to the Fantastic Four. Unless this is a spoiler for the end of the movie, it appears that Marvel's first family has saved the world many times before. It's hard to think of any Earth 616 superheroes who are quite as beloved as this team. When was the last time you saw a kid ask Captain America or Spider-Man to lift a car? That's always been a part of what makes the Fantastic Four unique. They're superheroes and celebrities, and this world's only heroes. This apparent focus of everyone's admiration. Sue Storm is pregnant. Known this for a while. Fantastic Four's latest trailer confirms that she's pregnant. Interestingly enough, it looks like the story will play out over an extended period because she's shown immediately after learning the news with a baby bump and then watching over a crib. What we didn't know is who's in the crib. The comic book readers among you will be aware that Franklin Richards came first with his sister Valeria, following later. All signs pointed to being Franklin then, but who knows how much the alternate reality movie will shake things up. Galactus is herald. Are you the protectors of this world? Your planet is now marked for death. Those are the words of the Silver Surfer, who is in this world is she rather than a he. We're still betting on this variant being Shalabal rather than a gender-swapped Norin Rad. But the Surfer has all the expected attributes, including silver skin and a badass surfboard. She makes short work of Johnny Storm when he attempts to chase her down and is later shown inside what he is likely the massive device Galactus uses when devouring a planet. Herald delivering this news to Earth means the Eater of Worlds is now on his way. So this is a good question, because Reed Richards, what did he do? Open it up. Reed Richards appears to tell Sue that the Silver Surfer's arrival is his fault, claiming to have stretched the bounds of space. There's been speculation for a while that Galactus might be a multiversal threat, and the teaser showed the hero investigating parallel realities. Marvel Studios can borrow from Jonathan Hickman's Avengers run by using Galactus in a similar way to the Builders. If Galactus can traverse the space between worlds, then he can eat from every reality, and by devouring Earth, will potentially be able to destroy reality before an incursion happens. It's complicated, yes, but it might be tie in nicely to Doomsday. Subterraneans. This seemingly unimportant shot may offer an intriguing glimpse of what's to come in the Fantastic Four First Steps. As you can see, the people of New York have taken refuge. But where are they? That looks like a subterraneous to us. Promotional material for the movie has already confirmed that Mole Man's underground home is part of this reality's New York. But could the team's first villain from the comics have become an ally? Set photos offer a glimpse at the Subterranea, and it matches what we see here. So regardless of what Mole Man has to do with it, we know that his home will come into play when Galactus attacks Earth. Is Earth destroyed? Fantastic Four will appear in Avengers Doomsday with the expectation that post-Secret Wars, a soft reboot will bring them and the X-Men to Earth 616. That means their world doesn't have much time left, but will Galactus succeed in destroying it in July? That would leave the team without a home and could be what results in them arriving in the same reality as the Mighty's heroes. However, as they are shown suiting up to travel into space, we believe this is another planet entirely. Chances are Marvel's first family will track Galactus down and see what he's capable of before returning home and readying themselves for battle. The Fantastic Car, this might be set in the 60s, but the world's not like ours. That's evident from the skyscrapers and the technology, including the team's Fantastic Car. In some respects, there's a little more grounded than we'd like. It's more akin to a regular car than a version from the comics that we reference with a cameo of sorts in Deadpool and Wolverine. Still, there's time for that to be introduced. 2, superpowers. Trailer doesn't shy away from showing us what the first family is capable of. The Thing looked like he stepped right out of the comics. The same can be said for Johnny Storm. Sue Storm has frequently been singled out as the most powerful member of the team and looks to have been put through the ringer here as she attempts to fend off Galactus. As the comic fans among you know, she can do much more than just turn invisible. We also finally get to see what Mr. Fantastic is capable of, and his stretchy powers are exactly what you expect. Hopefully, Marvel Studios find some inventive ways to showcase them in the movie and beyond. Number one, you get Galactus as he's got his big-ass foot. Once again, the Fantastic Four stops short of fully revealing Galactus. This time, it's just his massive feet we see as he stomps through New York City. Ralph Ineson is playing the character and donned both a multi-capture and physical suit to bring the MCU's take on the villain to life. That should ensure that he's subtly grounded, but even this brief glimpse makes it clear he's a force of nature. Is that everything there? Okay, that's pretty much it. Okay. All right. So first of all, thank you to Comic Book Movie for breaking that down in the way that they did. I think that the thing that stood out to me and what I said in my reaction, Steph, when I was looking at it, was that I think there's a very good possibility that their Earth doesn't survive because it allows them to then team up with everyone else, and there's got to be bigger threats. Now, what the threat is, does Galactus make it through this movie? Does he team up with Doom? Did Doom send Galactus? I don't know. I guess we'll learn a little bit more about that. Maybe we find out in the post-credit scene that Doom kind of sent Galactus through. I don't know. But what I absolutely loved about the trailer was that it clearly showed we're not getting another Fantastic Four origin story. They are beloved on this world. They think everything's going fine. They're about to have a kid. Everybody's happy. Everybody's cooking pasta with robots. And then the next thing you know, all shit goes down. And it was a dark trailer. I thought the trailer was really, really solid. I wasn't too pumped about the movie, but after this trailer, I'm intrigued. But what about you?
I've been really intrigued with this movie. To me, I love the casting. It's some of my favorite actors right now, and I just like how they're in this parts of their career where they're all peaking. And I feel like it's a funny get together. I just like Ragtag Team is my favorite, especially with comic book movies. So I was always sold on it. I was more excited about this than Thunderbolts, and I feel like the trailer solidified it more for me. I'm genuinely really excited for this movie, which feels good to be super excited about a Marvel movie. And I like how everything looks. I really liked the
You got Mike's internet here. Look at that. I'm gonna see if I can screenshot that in time before she comes back.
that we're not getting a reintroduction because okay, there. Am I back?
Yeah, but I was lucky enough because that was longer than Mike. Like anyone that longer than Mike's ever had. So
No way.
Yeah, look what I got. Hold on. This is how it was frozen for about, I'd say good 10 to 15 seconds. Hold on.
Oh, so good.
Right? That's
great.
I like it.
I just talked. Perfect.
Wait, I have a question. Why weren't you that excited about it before? What changed in this
From
this? Just the story?
Fantastic Four has always been like, okay, if they can get it right, great. I like the casting a lot. But I want to see, like, we've got 2 takes on Fantastic Four and people couldn't get it right. I know that obviously Marvel wanted to get their hands back on them and do it. And the first trailer to me was like, okay, I get what they're going for with the 60s vibe, but I don't know what this movie is yet. I don't know what the story is. I don't know what the tone is. This trailer, unlike Sinners trailer, which again, I love the movie, hated the second trailer, not for what the movie was, because I just basically saw the whole movie in the trailer and wish I didn't. I don't feel like I saw the whole movie in this trailer. I feel like I saw moments and I know what the tone is. And I was like, okay, we're going to have a kind of like a goofy, silly movie. And it's not a goofy, silly movie. It seems like there's going to be some humor in it, but it does, like any Marvel movie, but it doesn't seem like a goof fest. It actually seems like it's going to get pretty dark at times. And I like that because it has to. If you're going to get to a point of what Doomsday is going to be, and Doomsday is supposed to be pretty tragic, it has to be, right? yeah, so I just wasn't on board with it because I didn't really know. Not that I wasn't on board with it. I wasn't excited about it. I'm still more excited for Superman out of the two, but I'm definitely more intrigued to see this movie than I was before. If that makes sense.
Yeah. And then I feel like everyone was acting like we didn't already know who was cast as Silver Surfer.
Well, I think maybe not. Well, remember, like I always say, we live in a bubble. We live in the movie space bubble where we know and we talk about it. But for people who are not paying attention to movie news and everything too, what they see is they go, "Oh, Julia Garner, they're basically turning the Silver Surfer into a woman. Oh, it's all woke." And it's like, well, no. In the comics, they have a female Silver Surfer, and they're using her for this. And then we'll see if she. I think it would be a mistake if they made her the original Silver Surfer. As far as I forget the character's name, whatever his name is. If they change the man to a woman, that's a mistake. Just use the woman, and then you say, "Oh," and then, "Oh, how did that just happen? How did that just happen? Am I going crazy? How didn't we see what just happened? What?
I was trying to fix my internet. Sorry.
You look like you just disappeared.
Oh, really?
Out of thin air. It's
the camo.
I was in the middle of talking to you, and then you just disappeared.
Oh, because of the delay?
It didn't seem like it froze. It just seemed like we were talking, and then you just disappeared into thin air.
That's amazing.
It was pretty great.
I don't know what's going on with the internet.
Luke, please clip that out for me so I can show Steph what just happened. And he'll send that. He'll text it to me, and then I'll play it, because that was fantastic in times 10. So I don't even know what the hell we were talking about at that point, because you just disappeared. So anyway, I want to ask you guys what you think about the trailer. What do you think about the breakdown? All that and more. Are you excited to see Fantastic Four? What say you? Put your thoughts in there. We're going to stick with Doomsday. Let's stick with Doomsday. Let's talk about the Avengers. Anthony Mackie is teasing that Doomsday has an Infinity War type of ending. Oh my goodness, Anthony Mackie. So Anthony Mackie teases that all of Earth's mightiest heroes become expendable when you reach the final moments of Doomsday. Previously, we heard from Captain America star Anthony Mackie that Doomsday will give fans that old school Marvel feeling, and his latest comments indicate that's one film in particular that Doomsday might be looking to channel. Speaking to Collider to promote his upcoming animated feature Sneaks, Mackie teased that Doomsday ends on a cliffhanger. The sentiment immediately draws a comparison to Avengers Infinity War. Please tell me that Frosty did in the interview. Please. There's no way he did, but I would. No, please. You know what? I was really excited, man. It's one of those stories that really pushes the boundaries, and the cliffhanger at the end, the last moments of the film, it builds and sets up for a way for the continuation of the Marvel saga, which is really exciting. Oh, here we go. What are you doing here? I don't know why they do this. Stop it. Stop it. Oh my God. I hate everything that's going on right now. Okay. Hopefully that stops. Last moments of the film, it builds and sets up for the Marvel saga, which is exciting. Doubling down on the exciting cliffhanger aspects of the film, Mackie added, "You see these characters and you see how they're introduced and how they play in the universe moving forward, and no one is safe. Everyone is expendable." It's supposed to be one of the biggest ones. Yada yada yada. Okay, I mean, look, this is how you doing. This is one of those things where this could just be hype. The actor kind of, well, you want to go see this movie because this is old school. This is old school. You're gonna make you feel like, everyone's in peril. I don't think, and people are gonna be like, thanks, Mackie has spoiled it. Did he though? You kind of know in Doomsday. It's called Doomsday, first of all, and it's part one out of the Secret, and Secret Wars is the second movie. So, like, no shit. Of course, it's gonna be
right.
It's because Secret Wars is where all those leaks and stuff came from. All that art, it's all for Secret Wars. So clearly, he's got to do some major damage in Doomsday to make you go, I got to see what the hell happens now, right?
Yeah, but maybe it goes back to what you just said, that we're in the bubble
Yeah.
and they don't know that other movies are coming out maybe. But it is called Doomsday, so I'm sure there's something really, really bad that happens. I
Right.
don't think I feel like people just wanna get mad at stuff like that.
It's
That doesn't mean
Doomsday.
Day.
He's gonna have the day, and he's gonna win
Yeah.
the day, and he should win the day. And it's because it's Downey also, you want him to win the day. And you want, but he's gotta be, he's gotta make Thanos look like a bitch. He's gotta be the most devastating thing that we have ever seen. He's gotta be ruthless, he's gotta be menacing, he's gotta be intelligent, he's gotta be like, you've got to look at this guy and go, that is, and you also have to look at him and say, that is not Tony Stark
Yeah.
at all.
Right.
Can't wear
Mhm.
the sneakers, can't have sunglasses, can't do it. You got to be completely different. So,
And a different type of humor being written.
I wouldn't even have humor for him, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
And
right.
I said it.
Hopefully none, but
Yeah, remember what I said? I think I was on with you and Mike. I don't think you're going to see his face for the majority of the movie. I think in the second movie you will, but I think in the first movie, I bet you hardly see his face. I bet it's like 80-20.
Okay. Yeah,
And
that makes sense.
it'll be scary. And when you finally see him, so we'll see. Anyway, what do you guys think about these comments? Is it kind of like, yeah, well, of course, or is like, quiet, Mackie, what are you telling me that for? I want to be surprised, or a little bit of both. Put your thoughts in there. Let us know. All right, we have reached the section that Steph has won the previous 2 weeks. And right now she's trying to catch up to Mike and Roka, who had a stellar 140 yesterday. Steph has way more than one now. She got 17. Not bad. Not the normal 30 she has usually going into these things, but 17. You never know what can happen. Steph has come back many times before. She's done it at least, I'd say, 3 or 4 times. So we're going to start with the first one. The way it works is we go through the questions and we get through all of them, then we end the show. If you want to keep us going, you can ask whatever you want. It doesn't have to just be about the stories we covered here today. It can be whatever the hell you want it to be. So put your thoughts in there, start getting them out. First one, Rafts, UK Rafton. Do you think we'll ever get Hawkeye versus Bullseye? Probably not. Probably
Yeah.
not.
The way
Yeah. Go ahead.
that the way that they present Bullseye, I haven't seen the newest season, but in the previous seasons, I feel like he could take Hawkeye. He is so formidable in those
Yeah.
seasons. I don't know how he's presented now, but yeah, I feel like that would be a random
Well, it's also
matchup.
I think for me it's less about the random of the matchup as it is if you can't get Kingpin in the MCU and you can't get him because of the holdup, then you're not going to be able to get Bullseye.
Yeah.
You know? So I
Right.
think it's both in the same. That's why.
Mhm.
So yeah, no, I don't think we're ever going to get that. Let's see. I'm trying to also get, why isn't that working? Trying to get this to work. I'm trying to get, hold on. Why isn't that working? Come on, Steph.
It's probably me.
It
Are
might
we in
be.
retrograde?
I'm trying to get this to work. Hold on. It's the wrong format, but he sent me that clip. I have to show you what happened here.
Oh, okay.
I thought figures. Let's see, Steph. This should work. Let's see. Let's see if this works. Fingers crossed. No, why is it working? I don't understand. I don't know why it's not working. I can't get the. Oh wait, here's one more shot. One more shot.
Okay.
Try this. All right, this might work. Okay, you change the man to a woman. That's a mistake. Oh, just use the woman, and then you say, "Oh," and then, "Oh, how did that just happen? How did that just happen?" If they change the man to a woman, that's a mistake. Just use the woman, and then you say, "Oh," and then, "Oh, how did that just happen?"
That's insane.
Right? Look at that. If they change the man to a woman, that's a mistake. Just use the woman, and then you say, "Oh," and then, "Oh, how did that just happen?" That's great.
Your reaction is so fast too. That is insane how that
That's why
happened.
that's why I was talking to you. Like,
Oh my
I admit
god.
because you only freeze for a second, and I'm not looking at you when I like look at me right now. I'm not looking at you when if they change the man to a woman, that's a mistake. Just use the woman, and then you say, "Oh," and then, "Oh, how did that just happen?" It's that you froze again. You're gonna disappear on me again.
So funny.
It's so good. It was the best. I kind of that's got to be
Oh
an
my
Instagram.
gosh. I'm
It was,
gonna put that on my CV.
100%. It was hilarious. You just like Harry Potter right out of the
Oh
freaking.
man, that's good.
That was amazing. I didn't know. I thought you did like some special effect or something. That
No,
was
I just
absolutely
joined the
incredible.
Illuminati.
So good. That was amazing.
Oh,
Okay, so thank you to Rafts UK Rafton for sending that one in. Okay, so 18 currently. Like you said, you got about 122 to go. Nathan Stowe throwing in support. Thank you, Nathan. And then we
thank
go
you.
to Cool Cash CG. Hot take. I feel like Fantastic Four will do better than Thunderbolts. I don't think that's a hot take. For one simple reason, there's no homework required before watching it. Thoughts? I don't think that's a hot take at all. I think that's the majority. People think that. Now, two things. Now you're asking me, what do I think will be the better movie as far as what I'll enjoy? I think Thunderbolts will be the movie that I wind up enjoying more as far as quality goes. As far as box office, there's no world that the Thunderbolts will outperform Fantastic Four. Fantastic Four will do hand over fist, I think.
I have no idea because I feel like Florence Pugh is such a massive name right now, and she did that stunt that's everyone is seeing. So I feel like that's cool. I don't know. To me, I feel Cool Cash GG where I've just been a little bit more excited for Thunderbolts. I mean for Fantastic Four, but I'm really excited to see Thunderbolts too.
Thunderbolts is like only tracking at like 65 to 70 million for its opening weekend. Support
Oh,
from Derek Johnson. Thank you, Derek. Derek coming in hot. Derek coming in real hot.
thanks, Derek.
Adding some stuff in there. Thank you to Derek. Continuing on. I missed Derek on the show yesterday because I wasn't on the show. Gopal, I just heard from a friend with a kid on campus about the active shooter. Oh no, there's one FSU.
Well, I didn't even see that. That's crazy.
That's my school. I have a bunch of friends that their kids go there.
Oh, really?
I did not see
That's so
anything
scary.
about that. No, I didn't see anything about it.
Hopefully
Okay.
just injuries.
Let's see. If I were described as serious, I'll have to figure that out. Thank you for letting me know, and I'm going to see real quick. I have to write to my friend now. Hold on, if I can find. I'll write to my friend in a second. Anyway, well, thank you for telling me that. I didn't know about that. So, Bobby Jackson, would you be down for an animated series that follows Luke during and after the Mandalorian years, or are you done with more Skywalker stuff altogether? I'm all Bobby. I'm never really, as I said, I don't want to be as a hypocrite and saying like, oh, I'm you know what, no more Luke, no this. If you put together the right team with the right story, I'm down. But it's like I always say about Terminator. People are like, oh, Terminator, get rid of it. It's done. They don't know how to do it. Get rid of it. There are people who've been doing it so far don't know how to do it. People were saying about Predator, and then Trachtenberg got a hold of it, and he knows what he's doing with it. So if you get somebody who can actually do it and do an animated, why is Filoni the only guy that can do animated, is allowed to do animated? Why is he the only guy that can do it? I mean, clearly Visions, they have it, but it's not canon. And I'm sure that's not coincidence. Let someone else do animated and let someone do a Luke thing.
I think that they should get one of the I would be able to pick my top if I rewatched, but one of the Japanese studios from Visions, they should get and let them do a whole show. A whole series following same characters and the same storyline because those I feel like that will be a good switch up for their animated sector is allowing that, and I would be way more excited for that than anything that we have on the deck right now. But all we have on the deck is just Jedi Adventures, right? Which is good. It's just not a full show. It's just episodic.
Right. Well, Well, let's see. We'll see what happens. Mike Joyce. I hope Michael B. Jordan's character says to his brother, "Bro, where the hell have you been, Loca?" Am I missing that?
Oh, that's hysterical.
Where's that from?
From Twilight. He would never, but that would be so funny.
Strange Marvel Theories became a YouTube member. Thank you, Strange Marvel Theories. It's a good time to do it. Been trying today to get one of those unedited reactions up today. PLD's been on me about it, and I've been trying. Yesterday and another thing happened. I was about to do it, had to leave the office. Dancing Dog 60 Part 1. Do you think studios are afraid to make films like The Warriors today because they're afraid of audience violence? Back in 1979, there were 3 deaths associated with the film. That's pretty crazy too. No, I don't think that would be a reason for them to do it. I mean, Joker they still made, and all the shit going out with Joker. No, I don't think that's the reason why. I think the question is probably it was a movie of its time. Could they still do it now? And would it work? Is the overall question. So, let's see. Dennis Hoffman, seeing Sinners tonight. Awesome. Kugler is awesome. Been loving his interviews on the press tour. Very excited. Steph's saying it's just been a good press tour for him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Dancing Dog 60. I wish Pedro had shaved the stash, but whatever. Probably couldn't because of The Last of Us, I would assume. Yeah, but that is the benefit of the multiverse. They could say, this Reed has a mustache.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't want a Henry Cavill situation again.
Right. Just don't disappear on me again, stuff. All right, so here we go.
Okay, sorry. I don't know what's going on.
Zeus Fleming, lost my mom. So I'm sorry, Zeus. Big balls was the first thing to make me smile today. Thanks for that. Well, I'm happy that was the case. If that little bastard can do anything, I'm really sorry about that. That's horrible news. And
I'm sorry. It's awful.
But if you want to smile and you want to laugh,
we can make it happen, right, baby?
Yes, of course. Did you see my little trick earlier?
What's that? What trick?
I just disappeared.
Don't disappear on me, lady. I'll be heartbroken.
Never.
Okay. Now, what you thinking about? I'll tell you, I snuck into Sinners, by the way.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Hades Steinfeld showed up. Ooh, true grit me, baby. True grit me. Look at that. Oh, man, have I ever wanted to get shot with an arrow by somebody? She got me right in my heart. Right in my heart, Steph.
You would be the first vampire chipmunk.
Oh. Well, hey, it's not I suck blood. It's not the only area I'm sucking. I'm crazy.
You're a freak. You're a freak.
All right, I'll see you later. Nice.
Okay.
You gotta take those ears off around me. You're taunting me. It's like Viagra when I see that shit.
I know. I just want you to feel seen.
Oh, you want to see me? Look, see me like this. Look at that.
Oh,
I'm seen. Everybody sees.
Yeah. You're right.
All right, I'll see you on the flip side.
Okay, bye.
Yeah, where are you going? Get out of there. There you go. Come on, get lost, will you? All right, he's gone. All right. Well, hopefully that made him smile. That is a real bummer. I'm sorry that happened. Okay, let's see. Next one. After that, yada 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 yada. Where are we? We are at 20 right now. Not too bad. At 108, you still got potentially 52 minutes left. We shall see. Or we might have a short show today. Either way.
Yep.
Either way, it happens. Okay, so Tyler Pfeiffer, where would you rank Cad Bane among Star Wars characters? Rank? I mean, I'll just say I think he's a good bounty hunter. I think he was kind of wasted in Boba Fett. They could have had him done more stuff, but he's a pretty good character. What about you?
Yeah, he's probably top 20. I wouldn't say in my top 10, but he's a really cool character. It would have been nice to have him in more live action, but I feel like his animated storyline is solid.
Yeah. And this is another one for you, by the way. How's Honey Bear been lately? Love that last pick.
Oh, she's so good. She is the best dog ever. She is like completely gotten out of her terrible twos, and she is very, very lovable.
I love that.
Yeah.
Next one. This is from Chris Granier. Did anyone else see they're using the Marvel chairs as the first trailer for Doomsday? No, didn't see that. Did you see that stuff?
No.
I didn't see that. I don't know how they're going to start marketing. I mean, that movie's only a year and a half away also. which is crazy when you think about it. That movie's
crazy.
Yeah, I mean, less than that, right? When is, let's see, release date for Doomsday?
July.
May. It's a year. It's like a year away. That's crazy. That movie's a year away. That's my point, right? Like, wait, no, when is Mandalorian and Grogu? Mandalorian and Grogu is that's nuts that they would do that. It's 21 days later.
Yeah, that's crazy.
We run into that Solo problem again. Solo ran right up against freaking Infinity War and it wasn't a great movie, and it was also right after Last Jedi, so it was a couple different things, but that's risky. That's risky.
I didn't realize it was that close.
Yeah, it's risky. Bobby Jackson just announced a Pacific Rim TV series in development for Amazon via Variety.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a cool story.
Yeah. Zeus Fleming, thanks for the kind words and smile. Yeah, man, of course. Thank you. Steph, for today, 22.
Wow.
I know. Hey. So, look, you had a couple of great weeks, and this week just wasn't your week. It happens.
Yeah, it wasn't my week. It's okay. We'll rest. We'll get better and stronger for next week.
And we'll yell at Mike when he comes back in because Mike did this to you.
Yes.
This is all Mike. But what we did get out of this whole thing was that we learned that Steph can disappear. And we'll show just that in just a moment. Here it is. If they change the man to a woman, that's a mistake. Just use the woman. And then you say, how did that just happen? How did that just happen? Am I going crazy?
The extended clip is better.
It is better. It's really good. Jake, for Steph.
Thank you.
There you go. All right, Steph, where can the good people find you?
At Steph Sabra. That's all, folks.
That's it. That's all, folks. Thank you guys for being here today. I appreciate it. We'll be back here. Well, tomorrow might be Winston and Coy on their lonesome because I'm going to be shooting a full day of reactions with Sam. We're doing, I think, Captain America, Brave New World. I think we're going to do the rest of Loki and maybe something else. But Mike Joyce ends us by saying this. Steph, do you still start to plan up your YouTube channel?
Yes. There will be announcements too, but I'm working on it tirelessly. It's a lot.
I need to know. What's going on with that. So you got to let me know. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, anywhere podcasts are found. Thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate you and cannot thank you enough. You guys are awesome. We'll see you on the flip side. Bye-bye.
Mustard.